hey, I want to try something new, and I've got a plan to do it. And I'm just going to jump right in, do it, learn from it, and then iterate on that plan. Iterate. I-T-E-R-A-T-E. Iterate. The engineering word of the day is iterate, and that is the act of trying something over again. And so in engineering, you could use it in a couple different ways. One is iteration in the design process. So you might come up with a design and then you have tested it and you find out new stuff about that design. And so you go back and try to redesign it. You iterate on the design process, iterate on the design cycle. And you might use it in the context of programming. Whenever you program a loop, whenever you repeat something over and over, you'll iterate on that cycle. You'll iterate every time you loop over again. So this act of iteration or repetition or doing something over and over and hopefully getting better, it's super, super important in engineering. And I thought it was a relevant way to start out this short podcast. The reason why I have an interesting relationship with this word is because not too long ago, I had a boss who pointed out that I was pronouncing it wrong basically my entire adult life. It was a word I never used as a kid. I mean, who says iterate when you're 5? But I started using it in college, of course, probably learning Fortran and stuff. And I pronounced it iterate with a long I in the beginning, not a short I. Iterate, iterate, iterate. And I would be training these other people, these other teachers, saying, oh, you have to iterate across this cycle and you have to do this for loop by programming it this way, and then it iterates 5 times or whatever. And my boss pointed out after the fact, like, hey, you're pronouncing it wrong. And I was like, really? That's a little bit embarrassing. But I changed how I pronounced it. I looked it up. Where did I get that pronunciation of iterate? Well, when I was looking it up, I think that certain foreign speakers pronounce it that way, probably because they haven't heard other native English speakers say that word. And I think that I said iterate because some of my original engineering teachers pronounced it that way. So it's so interesting how pronunciation is really just passed on by experience. But in any case, it is pronounced iterate with a short I, and it is an important part of engineering. Thanks. The word of the day is iterate. I'm Pius Wong. I'm an engineer who has a consulting education company called Pios Labs, and it's also a studio that produces this podcast and the K-12 Engineering Education Podcast. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to support Pios Labs and myself, please do at www.patreon.com/Pios Labs, Pioslabs.